Hello board gamers, welcome to Weekly Game Night channel. Adam here, I'm back from SN and with me I got the finest catch of all. The most anticipated game, top of my list, Opus Magnum from Ludus Magnus Studio, Nova Aetas Renaissance. I have the all in, almost all in. Actually, this is the part that you could pick up at SN. And I will be doing not only unboxing, but I will do quality assessment video. We're gonna take a look at the components and their quality. And also, I will be talking about the game itself. I will go through core box and stretch goal. And this is some heavy box, believe me, 11 kilograms. And 4 expansions. And also with me, I got this shiny limited magazine from Ludus Magnus called Ashes, and I will cover that as well. So, if you're ready, I'm ready, but before we go, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit those thumbs up to make Nova Aetas awesomeness more visible on YouTube, because that game definitely deserves that. Well, I think we're good to go. Let's take a look at the core box and stretch goals. Oh man, I'm so excited to open this box. So this is a heavy one, 11 kilograms I told you. So this game was designed by Andrea Coletti and Luca Bernardini, and let's take a look inside of Nova Aetas awesomeness. Okay, so what do we have here? First we have, look at the size of that box. But first we have some books like rulebook and stretch goal explanation. We have tutorial as well, and well, we have some tales from the in stretch goals stories, and we have a plot book. So let me make some space and let's go one by one each of these books. Let's start off with the tutorial. As it's written over here, read me first. So, I love this kind of approach, that there is a separate tutorial that guides you through the mission, through the campaign, because this is a campaign game for actually 1 to 4 players, but I assume it's best to play it with 4. Anyways, so I love how it guides you to the first encounters, first clashes, first scenarios of the game. So this is a 19 pages long tutorial book for Nova Aetas, and well, everything you need to know to play the game is in here. Maybe not everything, but to start the game is here. This is the approach known from, for example, Kingdom Dead Monster or Aeon Trespass Odyssey. So yeah, got to love it. Okay, that was the first one. Let's go with the rule book. Let's go with the rule book. Okay, so the back is glued like it would be with some kind of magazine. Nice. And the graphic is really nice. I really dig the graphic design of the game. And also, I love that it's, you know, not overloaded with graphics. Okay, so we have some table of contents. Nice. So the whole rule book is 59 pages long. Cool. Okay, game objective. Components, so the contents of the box that we will be seeing in a minute. So we have, okay, so we start off with glossary. So rulebook takes us through all the wording and all the rules regarding different elements or mechanics of the game. And you can see letters over here for the easy for you to be able to easily find whatever you are looking for. Okay, so the layout of the rulebook is really nice, and I really hope that it's better written than it was with Black Rose Wars, because I love Black Rose Wars, but the rulebook was so-so. Horologium, the clock. I love this element of the game, but we'll get to that. So we have glossary for the most part of the rulebook, because as you can see, it introduces mechanics, for example, or it explains parts of the game, and the rules regarding that is written with each of the entries to these glossaries. To this glossary. Okay, nice, nice. Oh, and we have some few words about the campaign, how to play it, how to play mission, how to get ready for the rest phase, because in the game basically you will be going from the world map to the mission map. Okay. Oh, Tales from the Inn. And the graphics for this, I don't know how much work they actually did on Nova Aetas when it comes to graphic design, but I assume it had to be a lot, because there is plenty of graphic in it. Okay, so next we get stretch goals. Actually, rulebook stretch goals. 4 stretch goals. Okay, 140 pages. Hell yeah. Bring it on, baby. So we have new heroes explained for these stretch goals. As you can see, some of them or all of them go with some new rules regarding that specific hero. You should know that one, Altair. Yeah, from Assassin's Creed. And we have like new equipment, of course new enemies, bunch of new enemies. We also get familiars and completely new mechanics introduced through stretch goals. Like we have location cards to add more variability to the rest phase of the game. We have some new tiles, we have zodiac cards. There is a way to play this game with 5 or 6 players or less, and there go Divine and Nightmare help cards that make enemies stronger or weaker depending on the player count. Well, we have some side missions, exploration, new stuff, encounters. We have also hunt missions, Witcher. Okay. Oh yeah, this is the part of Italy we'll be roaming through. And we have also some kind of entries for the plot book. I'm not going to show you that. Okay, so that was the 3rd book of the game. 4th one is Stretch Goals Tales from the Inn. And I assume this is a plot book. This is a plot book. Yeah. So we're gonna put that in this one. So we can see plenty of chapters, plenty of stories. So how long is it? It's actually 20 pages long, something like that. But as you can see, plenty to discover in this really interesting world of Nova Aetas, of Renaissance Italy. Okay, so let me put that aside, and boy oh boy, what do we have here? We have the plot book, but how do I open that? Oh yeah. I've heard that they did hell of a job. People from Ludus Magnus told me that actually, with the story. So, well, I'm really interested how it went. So, let's just assemble it. The plot book has been assembled. So, this is a really long plot book. I can't wait to discover the stories, the missions, the destiny of all the characters in the game, because these characters will evolve while we play. They'll become stronger, gain access to new classes, new abilities, but also there are destinies cards, which I'm gonna show you. Because each of the characters, in a way, creates or discovers its destiny. But back to the plot book. As you can see, it's really long, so yeah, full of graphic, full of art used in the game. Oh, and I have seen you. I have seen you, Rebecca. This is Rebecca from Black Rose Wars, and I've seen this miniature on SN. This is the miniature for Apocalypse expansion to Black Rose Wars Rebirth, another entry to the series, and it looked awesome, absolutely astonishing. So, this is long one. Okay, I won't be going through all of it, but it's 130 pages long, so even longer probably. Let me check. 150 pages long rule book, so I mean plot book, so yeah, a bit even overwhelming, but if you like campaign games, then why the hell not? So that was the plot book for Nova Aetas Renaissance, and now let's see the rest of the box contents, including cards and miniatures. Alright, so let's see what do we have here. So let's check some tiles first. So these are the game tiles, huge and double-sided. So we will be able to create different areas with the buildings included. So we have winter, I would say some kind of forest or nature themed. Oh, I have no idea what that is, but yeah, we have also interiors and exteriors of the city. So it's like 7 of these, all double-sided. Well, what's next? What's next in the box? Oh, punch boards. So, okay, these are the punch boards. Like 8 of these plus 3, a lot. But these are not only the punch boards, because with this you will be able to create cardboard buildings. It's an awesome element of the game, because the whole table will be like a 3D battlefield with buildings and characters on it. Especially if you paint these characters, it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so let's go one by one with the punch boards. So that's the first one. As you can see, some tavern is over here, and we have some trees as well. So let me just show you how to assemble this. So this is tree, right? So this is assembled real quick, and once you put that on the board, it creates this environment, so the game becomes more, let's say, realistic. We have some character tokens. We have Perilous Tracker, and Peril is a really cool mechanic in the game, because it's kind of an guidance to AI for which target to be chosen. So in general, the better your character is doing in the game, it will have more perilous markers, or higher peril value on the tracker, and hence it will become valid target for the enemies. simple and really cool. Believe me, I played this one with this, played this game with these mechanics, and it worked really well. So, and what about the quality of the buildings? So, and of the walls. So, quality is really nice. It's thick cardboard. It's hard to bend it. I mean, you could, but why? And yeah, you can punch it out easily, as you can see here, to leave space for the other parts of the building, to assemble it more or less like that. So yeah, that's cool. So let me just show you for the sake of the video how to assemble a single building. I don't know where the roof is, to be honest, but we have walls. So let me just... There you go. Okay, there should be a roof on top of that, but as you can see, this is the assembled building. Real quick, real efficient. It even has an interior, or maybe, is it? Oh, it's double-sided, so it can create actually two different inns. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. But yeah, you get the idea. If I would find a roof over here, I would be able to place it. And why roofs are important? Because in the game you can climb the buildings and you have some advantage while staying on top of the building. Okay, well, what's next? As you can see, trees, more trackers, more buildings. Yeah. More or less, we'll be going through the same stuff because you really need a lot of buildings and other terrains to create World of Nova Aetas. Of course, I'm not assembling them all right now. Oh, there you go. I remember it was big, but it's even bigger than I remember it. So this is the horologium. So this is a clock, basically. For this clock, there are hands somewhere. If I can find it right now, no worries, but still. So this clock indicates the passing time in the world, like a real time in the world of Nova Aetas. Every action you take will take you some time, so the more effort you put into it, it will take you longer. So there is no like a strict round queue, but it depends on the activation and time of your activation, because if, for example, you would go from here to here, you will have to wait for all these other players that have their markers over here, or enemies that have their markers over here. And this is one of the best features of Nova Aetas Renaissance. It worked really well, especially that when you go inside of some buildings, yes, you can go inside, at least some of them, then you have this special deck of cards and you play this story mode inside of a mission, but the time still flies, so you play it inside of the buildings with the use of cards. I will show you later, but time here is moving, and time is basically your limit, because for each of the mission you have some time to complete the mission objective. Okay, so horologium, I love it. I love it. Some more tokens to it. Ooh, some more, guess what? Tokens and different terrains. Like ladders, like some floors or roofs. As you can see over here, probably these are roofs. Transformation tokens. Yeah, plenty of stuff. A lot of work to do. Okay, some terrains. It's like a part of the game board, like terrain tiles, map tiles. And finally, that gets us to these huge badass buildings. Oh, let me punch it out right now because I didn't know that they will add something like that to the game, like a tower, but oh yeah. So this is a tower. So everything you need to recreate the vibrant world of Nova Aetas of Renaissance Italy is here. So it works like that. I assume that's the roof, and with that you can create something like that. And let me just punch out more of these little cardboard elements. Okay, so that's that part. And yes, I mean I'm recording and talking, but look how easy it is to do all of that, especially if you wouldn't be doing it on your own, but with the team of your players, so they can feel like part of the game. And I already know that people were buying this game as a team, as a group order, let's say, because they want to play it campaign mode, of course, together. So they all placed part of their money to play the game. Anyway, okay, so that's the tower, and this is basically how you assemble any given building. You have the roof divided into tiles because you're gonna stand here, you might stand here, or enemies might stand here. So yeah, absolutely amazing environment of Nova Aetas Renaissance, and this is actually a huge building. Okay, what do we have? We have some front of some mansion or villa. Okay, but oh yeah, you can assemble that as well somehow. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. And as you can see, these are the buildings and cardboard elements like tokens and terrain elements. So let's see what else is hiding in that huge box, because we have just barely touched the surface of Nova Aetas Renaissance. Up next, we have Black Rose Wars Magister Box. So let me get rid of the plastic. These, I assume, are the miniatures that you can use to play Black Rose Wars, because what's really special about Ludus Magnus is that with each of their new entry to the series, they try to do some kind of crossover between the games. So you have Black Rose Wars, you have Black Rose Wars Rebirth upcoming, and you have also Nova Aetas Renaissance right now, but there is also Black Rose Wars Dual Legs. For 2 players, simpler gameplay, and I love how they do this transition that you can use characters from one game in the other, and I assume this is the box of characters or evocations for Black Rose Wars. So let's see that. Exactly. These miniatures are absolutely amazing. And yeah, let's see what do we have here. The characters that you can use, and I assume not only Black Rose Wars standard game, but also in the Dual Legs edition, because more or less this is how Dual Legs is made. Okay, so we get 3 of these. We get personal spells for Black Rose Wars characters. Let me just open that. So, 2 sides of the spells, because it depends whatever you will be using. The spells are the same, like 3 of a kind. For each of the characters, we get some Black Rose spells as well, and we get Heracleto familiar for one of the characters. Really cool owl, and I love owls, so hello Heracleto. Actually, let me show you the miniature for that one. Oh, it's like, oh yeah, because you can attach it. Okay, so that's the miniature, owl miniature, and you can attach it to character. Let me just show you, more or less like that. You could see that solution in another game of Ludus Magnus Studio, the bridge, and these are the miniatures. So what do we have here? Really detailed, definitely above tabletop standard, with the bases already made, which I love, because you don't have to, you know, create your own bases or just paint it black. You can add the world for the better immersion, and yeah, you know, you can see it on your own, but this is top-notch miniature level. Let's see some other ones. The Scarecrow. Look at that dude, holding some lantern with some sickle in hand. Yeah, and even on the face, it's like a really detailed miniature. Actually, the face mask, but it's really detailed. Really good job. What else do we have here? Some mage. Look at the size of that. It's not a small miniature. Skulls are really good, although there are some old lines, but yeah, you can remove that before painting. Once again, the bases. This was the case with The Witcher, which I loved, and this is the case here. You get the bases, you can paint them. You don't need to create them on your own. Really dynamic sculpt, by the way. We have some smaller evocations. And the big fella. I don't know what your name is. Let me find out. No, I won't find out over here. But anyway, he's looking nasty. Okay. And what about the quality of that? So there is some base over here with that creature standing on the rock, and yeah, the snake tail. So the quality is very good. I would say the smaller miniatures are like, they have more details, or the density of the details is higher, but still it's a pretty cool miniature. The surface is clean, is smooth, so you know you can paint it easily, and the hairs are really really rough. So for example, if you would like to dry brush that hair of that lion thing, then definitely it's doable with the use of dry brush, depending on the technique you are using. And we get some evocation cards. I assume these are evocations, but probably. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, these are called dolls. So we have some other evocation like Jack, Demon Forgotten, and this Chimera. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah. And that's it for the Black Rose Wars Magister box. So let me tidy that up, and let's see the contents for Black Rose Wars. Oh, for Nova Aetas Renaissance. So up next we have a couple more elements, cardboard or paper elements of the game. So these are the line of sight tools that you're gonna use to check if there is a line of sight between characters in the game. But we also have hands for the horologium clock, probably a well, and a couple of more tokens. We have also Nova Aetas handbook, which is a quick guide, I assume, for Nova Aetas. Yeah, some icons explained. So that's that. Some cardboard, double-sided cardboard map tile. I have no idea what's that used for. And we have this, the map of Italy, actually the middle of Italy, with Venice, San Marino, Perugia, Orvieto, Rome, of course, and some smaller locations that we're gonna visit in the game. So as you can see, these are towns, the bigger ones, and villages over here. Siena is a village and Modena, okay, but still, this is probably, I assume, how long it's gonna take to get there, something like that. And well, I love this map, it's really thematic. I wished it was cardboard and it's double-sided because, oh yeah, this is the rest board. So when you go to the city, you can rest and visit different buildings to perform some actions. They have a cost written over here, and you can clearly see what you can do in the rest phase, preparing for another mission in the world of Nova Aetas. And I really love it because Nova Aetas introduces this not medieval but Renaissance theme to the game, but it's with a pinch, like a huge pinch of magic. So yeah, that's that. I wish it was cardboard, but still it's really impressive. So yeah, these are the remaining cardboard elements, and now let's see the miniatures. To show the miniatures, first I have to take them out. There is a card with the list of miniatures, a lot. If I counted correctly, about 100. So the yellow ones are the playable characters, the green ones are familiars, and all of the rest are either enemies or allies, but these are enemies mostly. So we get 2 batches of that, and well, let's just see the quality of these amazing miniatures. Oh, we have Plague Doctor, which, by the way, is one of my favorite motifs. So yeah, as you can see, this is the Plague Doctor. So I know if it's playable character, then I'm playing that. Oh man, but there are plenty of wonderful miniatures in it to paint. For example, that knight. Oh man, this is awesome. But let me just turn on the other camera to show it to you properly. So first, let's take a look at the playable characters. So these miniatures are really big, and as you can see, detailed. Look at the structure of that shield. So, and even you get some details on the codes of the characters, like used codes. So yeah, I would say the quality is awesome. Of course I have seen these miniatures painted at the Ludus Magnus booth a couple of times before, but to see them and experience them with my own eyes, it's something different. And I told you that it's above tabletop level, but I would say right now that it is definitely above tabletop level. So yeah, that's that. Let me show you the Plague Doctor. There you go. cool dude. You know, all these structures in his whatever he's wearing, actually the coat and other clothes is amazing. Oh, you can see structures on the feathers as well, so I would say that, well, yeah, this is something amazing. All of them, as I shown you before, comes with the pre-made bases, which I love. Let's check Altair. Well, Altair from, you know, Assassin's Creed. This kind of quality is something you can expect from Nova Aetas Renaissance, and I can't stress enough how much I love it and how much I'm happy, how happy I am that, you know, no shortcuts were made and they delivered really high quality. If you are a painter, then definitely you will have some fun painting this. Okay, let's check like one more playable hero. I mean, look at that. Look at the code. I hope you are able to see that there's plenty of details in that code. So yeah, the sculpts are dynamic. Even the knives have some structure or roughness to it. So yeah, that's pretty impressive. So let's get some other ones out of the box. Yeah, look at that. Just look at that. The details, it's in the details. Even though some bases are like the same as it was with the other miniatures, still it's better than get plain base. That demon lady is also really cool with sight in hand. Yeah, and let me show you that knight, because oh my god, look at that. So it's even bigger, of course, than the standard miniatures. Like, look at the size difference. But you know how detailed that knight is. And yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna paint it, because I have a lot of painting projects open. But yeah, even without painting, these are really impressive. Or look at that golem, for example. Oh, let me put the knight back. Look at that golem. Straight from Ludus Magnus Studio Factory. That clock golem. Isn't that amazing? With some building on the back, with barrel fists. Ah, it's a badass. It's absolutely lovely miniature. And there's even a clock in here. So yeah, that's that. And we have some kind of, I don't know, succubus or something, maybe. Yeah. Or it's the horse guys from the Greek mythology, probably, but yeah, you know. What else do we have? Maybe that little demonic-like creature. Maybe he's a human with a weird face. Who knows? Who knows his story? We're gonna find out. But once again, miniatures are on different level in Nova Aetas Renaissance. And this one is bigger, the Minotaur. That one is bigger with huge axe, probably used to chopping wood to get some, you know, wood for the fire in the fireplace at home. Yeah, sure. Oh. So to me, these miniatures are even better than in Assassin's Creed, the board game, and I value that these ones really much. And yeah, these ones are even better. So I'm not going to show you all of them. These are some familiars. The cute little dog. Or if you are into different kind of animals, how about this pig? Also cute. So that was the first batch of miniatures of Nova Aetas, and let me show you the second batch of that. Mostly enemies. So dude like that, or for example a knight with the warhammer. Man, I would really like to paint this. Someone get me some spare time, and then I can do it. Or this little demonic creature, a gremlin of sorts, or whatever that creature is. Or this soldier, looking so Italian. Soldier with a sword and some small axe. Or is it? It looks like an axe with... like a mix of an axe with a gun. Like a pistol. Yeah. We're gonna find out. So another soldier, actually 2 different soldiers. And all of these miniatures, they have armors, clothes, something that they wear on their head, different weapons. Oh, look at that coat. Can you see the details over here? Yeah. Yeah. You don't get that always, even with the games like Warhammer. You don't always get this. So they really put a lot of effort, I mean Ludus Magnus Studio and their sculptures, to make these miniatures look really cool. Oh, and we have get like Roman legion soldiers as well. Yeah. So this is the whole batch of the miniatures, and I can tell you that I love them. You know, I played a lot of games with miniatures, and yeah, for a tabletop game, not pretending to be something else, I would say these are one of the best I've seen in a board game. Period. Okay, so let's see what else is hiding in the box. Let's take a deep look inside of the box. Is there anything left inside of it? Oh, hell yeah. So, let me get rid of that stuff, because we have, for example, player dashboards. A lot of dashboards and characters, classes, plenty of these. So let's see it. And also we get like hundreds of cards, but wait for that. What can you see here are the characters dashboard, player dashboards with the classes cards. So first let's take a look at the dashboards themselves. So you will punch it out like that. Easy, and you will create something like that. Cool, huh? So it becomes double layered. And why do we need that? Because inside of the box we're gonna put character sheets. So let's just take one off and let's place it inside. So there you go. Character, oh, Altair is ready. He's an assassin, right? So he's ready. So what you can see here are his stats. The points you're gonna get while you play the game to unlock new classes. What else? 2 classes, because you can advance in these games, and bunch of skills you're gonna be using, but not all of them will be ready you need to unlock them first. So that's the character boards. And what about the quality? It's really thick cardboard, and well, the quality is really cool. On the back side, of course, you get the Aetas logo. You don't want to scratch them too much though, because as you can see, there is some mark left over here, because I was like heavily scratching them. So be careful with that probably. And the character card is just a paper card, not super thick, but yeah, it does the job. So yeah, so these are the 6, because you can play it up to 6 players with stretch goals. 6 character boards, dashboards, and we get cards and classes, because this game introduces, you have seen Altair card, and now you see the classes for that character. The same goes for Fatima and other characters available in the game. So these are the character cards, and these are the skills. So you're gonna place them side to your character dashboard, and these are the skills that you can unlock. It shows you how much time you need to activate that, to move the horologium, your character token on the horologium clock forward. And well, it's marked over here whether it's a kind of physic attack or mind attack or whatever the type of the activity or action that is. And of course, there is a description for each of these. So, oh yeah, I'm playing that dude, Gregorio, for show. Absolutely awesome. Of course, they are double-sided, at least the classes, the skills cards are. Okay, so let's see the other batch of these. So let me show you all of the playable characters available with the game and their skills. So Sophia, Valerio, Squire, but he can also become a mercenary. You see, these are the classes. So this is his base class, his base character card with some skills over here, but he can, for example, become mercenary, and then you get access to this beautiful set of skills. We have also Vincenzo and Rebecca, which is apprentice, but she can become a chronomancer. So hell yeah, welcome Rebecca, the necromancer in that case. Okay, and for these characters that I've shown you, you get the skills cards, the class cards, and for example for Rebecca, so there's a necromancer and chronomancer, right? You can see blue and red. So if Rebecca is, where is the Rebecca? Okay, so these are the skills for Rebecca's classes. At least one of the sheets. There should be other one somewhere in here, I assume. Oh yeah, there you go. So for example, if she's a chronomancer, then you get access to these skills. And pretty much the same for each of the characters in the game. Cool, huh? I can't wait to, see how the progress was done within the game. And from what I saw while I was doing a preview, it was pretty amazing. So let's hope nothing has changed. Okay, and now let's see other game elements, hundreds and hundreds of cards. So what I have in front of me are the mission cards, and This is another game element that I love about Nova Aetas, because you're gonna play the mission with the use of these cards. And we have some envelopes to them, because afterwards I will have to pack the proper missions to proper envelopes. As you can see, numbers are over here. But of course, I'm not going to show you all of the missions. That doesn't make any sense, but look at that. I believe it's like 250 cards in it. And let me just show you one of the missions I've picked in order to show you how it is organized. First, you're gonna learn the components that you're gonna use. Next, the map layout with everything that's important shown on the map. And also, you're gonna learn about the horologium. What's the start, hour of the start, and where are the proper tokens for enemies or elements you can interact set on the clock. Next, we get some enemies. Oh, actually, I found really cool missions. Yeah, revelations. So yeah, war, famine, pestilence, death. Yeah, okay. So there you go. These are the hero's goals for the missions and enemy goals for the missions, and defeat conditions as well. So as you're gonna play, you might enter some buildings or interact elsehow, and when you do, this is what I told you about. You can pick different things to do. For example, in that, is it a charge? Yeah, let's say it's a charge. You can do different things, but it will take you to some chapter shown over here, but also it will cost you some time. So while you're in the building, the time will be moving forward, basically, and the clock is ticking in that game. So when you are done, there might be some other setup as well. Or it's the same mission, actually? Revelations 1-1, 1-1, yeah, okay. So yeah, that's that. So how cool is that? And it's pretty much the same for each of the missions, but you might expect some different game elements. So let me just show you. Yeah, like different, of course, enemies, but also what I'm looking for is not here. Oh yeah, for example, like that one, or yeah, so that tree has some different abilities, but also but also you might expect. Oh yeah, you see, going through the some kind of house, and you can check wardrobe or trapdoor, but there should be, oh, for example, cards like that will unveil parts of the story. So as you can see, this is a really cool element, because believe me, it works. I've played it, and I mean, I love it. So there are parts of the story, I would say, or the world building on the cards, and they interact with the plot book as well. So yeah, these are the missions. As you can see, plenty of cards, thick tarot-sized cards. So, and they look absolutely lovely. Yeah, exactly what I would expect from this game after playing the prototype. Ah, look at these characters. Oh, this is a guardian. This is not a Minotaur, this is a guardian. Okay, but still. Yeah, I think you get it. Okay, so let's check some other cards as well. So that's the stack of the mission cards, modest one. And these are the 4 cards if your heroes are playing as companions, because that's one of the possibilities in the game. So, yeah, some skills, weapons, attacks, and stats. Okay, let's see some other cards. So, remember about that Italy map? Here is the deck of location cards. Oh, with some really nice graphics. We get more companions, of course. Yeah, Gregorio, my dude. But as you can see, these are double-sided because these cards add variety to the game on what you can do in proper locations that you're gonna visit when you play the game, right? So that's one deck of location cards, companions, and we have even more missions. So I assume these are stretch goals. I think so, at least. Yeah, the hunt missions, definitely from the stretch goals. So for example, this is a Chimera hunt. So let me just take the Chimera part. And as you can see, there is some setup as well, like components, map, what is the mission all about, the enemy itself, and some excerpts to, you know, about the world, about the skills, and about what is happening in the game when you play the hunt type mission. Other than that, we get more or less other missions that you can go to. Oh, there you go, some different cards that you can, you know, take in the game. Oh, Girolamo Riario, Gian Pietro Carafa. Okay, so I know if these are historical characters, but oh, Draco Lantern definitely isn't. But yeah, you have to love that card. So another batch of mission cards. Probably we are around 300 missions cards. I would say something like that. A lot. Okay, let's see what else is hiding in the box. Up next we have another 100 of cards, probably. So let's start off with the terrain cards. So as you can see, this is the picture of each of the houses and terrains available in the game, and how they are placed and how do they affect the game. And there is also some health for that, because if I remember correctly, you can destroy that. As you can see, it's marked 3D because it's a 3D element of the game that I've shown you before that you need to assemble. What else? Plenty, as you can see, plenty of different game elements that you're gonna put on the board. Oh, the tower. Yeah, 20. Yeah. Okay, so this is, you know, these are the terrain cards. And yeah, each one is different, which I really like. It's placed different. So that's the first batch of these cards. Next, we get Nightmare and Divine cards. That will make your life easier or harder, depending on the player count. Okay. What else we have here? These are some events. I assume these are the like world events in the game. So for example, dark clouds are gathering in the distance. It will probably rain. You must move while you can. Discard this card with no effect. Yeah, but I assume something might happen with the other events. Okay, next we get a bunch of enemies. Yeah, there was a succubus in the game. Huntsman. So enemies, they have their stats, their attack patterns, abilities, and I have no idea what that is, probably type or something like that. Oh, the Clockmaker's Golem. Isn't it lovely? the doll is also cool. So yeah, and you have to admire the graphics, because I really dig that. It's not some kind of cheap fantasy game, I would say. It has its own distinctive style, art style. Okay, so that's that. Up next, 2 cards. I think these are transformation cards. So yep. Next, even more enemies or allies, but mostly enemies. Swiss guard, Swiss keeper, nun. Even a nun can be an enemy in this game. Oh, she's hitting hard. Okay, so yeah, arquebusier, yeah, something. Yeah, gypsy, noble, gunslinger. Yeah, you get that. Some minor enemies and, you know, other characters. These are single-sided. You're gonna use these characters for proper missions while you play them. And as I've shown you, the mission deck will guide you through how to set up the game, which characters to pick in order to play it. I have no idea what are these cards. Maybe some stretch goals, but they look really cool, huh? And what about the quality of the cards? So the quality, I would say, is something that you might expect. It's not, they are not slick, which I like. They will stick to your hand. Can you scratch it? Let me just find out. Yeah, you can scratch it all day long, probably, and they will stay the same. I don't know what about the corners. Of course, you would have to play them. They are pretty thick. You cannot bend them easily. And if you do, as I did here, they will get back to the same state as they were. So I would say the card quality is really good. Okay, so that was that. And let me show you, even more events. I don't know how I missed this. Oh, you may play a random exploration mission. Okay, but that was that. So let me show you even more cards, the smaller ones, equipment, different ingredients. Well, yeah, let's check them out. Okay, so what do we have here is another batch of, like, I don't know, 100, 200 cards, the smaller ones. So let's just see, let's find out about the quality and about the cards themselves. So let's start off with rewards. So these are some rewards you might get in the form of an equipment to boost your characters. What about the quality? Once again, something similar to, I would say, these are actually slick, and I would say similar to Mansion of Madness cards or Fantasy Flight games in general, which is really cool. High quality print, high quality cards, quite thick. So yeah, no shortcuts, definitely. Let's check the hunt cards. Okay, so these are the hunt cards. For example, these are for arcane. So the cards will guide you how to, you know, encounter, how to play that encounter. Up next, we get destiny cards, which I already covered a little bit, because in the game you're gonna unveil your destiny. And yeah, the way it works, as you play it, there will be some objective for you to complete, and if you do, you're gonna read the excerpt from the plot book. So cool, probably you're gonna gain something, advance somehow. So yeah, for each of the characters there are destiny cards for the base class and for the advanced classes as well. These are also destiny cards, probably divided into two piles because of the standard characters from the core game and from the stretch goals. These are from the core game, of course. But yeah, okay. So we get injury cards. Probably you don't want to have a lot of them, but well, shit happens. Yeah, the graphics are really cool. Like Leonardo da Vinci would paint them himself. Cracked lips. Huh, the mind test cost you 1 additional time. Okay. Yeah, we have some resources as well, because the game features a nifty crafting system, and with the resources you can craft equipment, of course. So these are different ingredients or resources that you're gonna use in the game, divided into 2 categories, I think, Elementum and Alchemia, or 3, or Pecunia, Gold. Right. Okay. Up next, we have achievements. So, as you play, you can get some achievement cards, each one numbered individually. Probably this will be pinpointed by the plot book or the mission deck. So these are the achievement cards. And next we have equipment, and there are tons. Actually, these are rewards, but equipment and tons of stuff when it comes to equipment. So, okay, these are some kind of basic equipment for the characters. But for example, this is the crafting formula to create bone armor, and if you have the proper ingredients, you will be able to craft this, right? So these are double-sided, and just let me, okay, divide them into 2 piles. So they look like that. Once again, graphic design is coherent and of a high quality. It's not like, for example, with Aetas, that the graphic design was like, you know, old school fantasy. I love it that it's a rendered 3D. But they look really cool. Okay, and there are some spells as well, because as I told you, this game features spells. Up next we get, what was that? Rewards. Right, rewards. So when you play the game, you might get different rewards in form of, well, equipment. Oh, that Crusader shield is pretty cool. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Another batch of equipment? Why the hell not? Let me just show you some parts of it. As you can see, these are weapons, armors, some items, and other stuff. Oh, ancestral strings. Okay, cool. Some spells. As you can see, plenty of stuff to choose from and to discover in the world of this game. And of course, more spells as well. Yeah. And there is formula for each of the spells too. Okay. Up next we get, you know, some minor cards for some minions or familiars, some clue cards, some more achievements. We also get more hunt cards. I assume these are from the stretch goals or something. I have no idea what are these cards for, but they are showing enemies. So yeah, they are somehow connected with the enemies. Maybe for the draw or something. I don't know, maybe for the draw. And finally, we get to more of the enemies cards like that. So yeah, and I really like that you have graphics for each of the enemy, hence you get some painting reference if you ought to paint the miniatures. None. Okay, so let's see what else is in the box. And that leaves us with the final elements of Nova Aetas Renaissance core box and stretch goals. So we get this nasty spider lady. She's really pissed off. You wouldn't want to mess with her. She comes in a form of this badass miniature. Look at that spider's ass, whatever that part of the spider is. And as well, the base is there. So yeah, as it was with the previous miniatures, really good quality. And of course, we get some cubes. We get some elements to assemble the peril trackers, and we get dice as well. Actually, 2 batch of dice. Yeah, really cool. 8-sided dice. They look really nice. So that was it for the core, for the contents of the core box and stretch goals of the game. But stay with me if you want to see all of the 4 expansions that I got with me and the Ashes magazine as well. First, let's check the Draco expansion for Nova Aetas. It introduces 1 miniature, 1 event achievement, and it can be used in Black Rose Wars. So let's see it. It's quite heavy. So it comes with a booklet of some sort. Okay, so there are informations how to use it. There is some plot book to it, which is really cool. And as you can see, this is also a material for Black Rose Wars and Rebirth. And well, with that approach, it makes more sense to paint this kind of miniature, because you can use it in 3 games, not only 1. So there are some tokens that goes with it. We get envelopes, mission envelopes, which is really cool, because yeah, you can play that as a mission in Nova Aetas, of course, but also you get decks for Black Rose Wars, which you can see over here. Just let me take it out. Okay, so that's that. And also, oh, there is a small deck of cards. I assume different type of cards, because I've seen achievement already. So let's just check that out. So yeah, achievement, reward, the hunt, mission deck cards, and another achievement as well. Pretty cool. And there is a mission deck to it. I don't know, should I open that? Oh, maybe I should. Okay, let's just open that for the sake of the video. So that's the Draco Hunt deck of mission cards with different enemies included. Okay, and the modest miniature of Draco. Here we go. Are you ready? So that's that huge badass Draco miniature. What can I tell you? Okay, definitely there are some lines that you need to fill in order to be able to paint it more smoothly, I would say. But okay, we have some veins in his wings. You can see them. We have some cuts or whatever. The structure of the bone is visible. So I would say in general that this is a pretty cool miniature. Not the best ones I've seen, but you know, the bigger the miniatures, they cannot be that detailed. I would say it's a little bit above Aeon Trespass Odyssey and a little bit below Kingdom Death Monster when it comes to the miniatures of this size. But this one is assembled, right? And Kingdom Death Monster is not. So yeah, but overall, really good quality of this badass and huge miniature. So let's see the other expansions. So up next we have Mediceo character. He comes with some kind of demonic baby. So let's take a look inside. So I assume this is a playable character for the game. So smaller expansion, probably with a miniature and some cards. The same, you can use it for Black Rose Wars, which is really cool. There is a card of Mediceo as a companion. If he's used that way, these are his spells for Black Rose Wars. And this is the wonderful miniature. In a way, he looks... Isn't he like a Boba Fett or something? I don't know if that was the idea, but he reminds me of that dude. You know, with some badass weapons, even with some scope on the rifle and a pistol in his hand. He's a badass. But he has a baby, so he's also a good dude. I can only assume. So we get some tokens. And of course, deck of cards associated with that particular character. Let me open that real quick. So yeah. Oh, he brings some new equipment to the game, which is really cool. And there are some starting equipment for him and the Destiny's cards for him as well. So yeah, that's the other character you can play with while playing Aetas Renaissance or Black Rose Wars. Now time for the Minotaur. Just let me check Mediceo cards. So yeah, as you have seen before, these are different classes. Character cards and classes cards for that particular character of the game. And now we might move forward to the Minotaur character. Just let me show you one last thing, the booklet. So there's a plot book. Oh yeah, really big excerpts, which is cool. Oh yeah, this is the destiny for Mediceo, so yeah, you need to know your character and, you know, some cards and some new rules that he's bringing to the table. Okay, now time for the Minotaur. Up next we have Minotaur character, so let's see who's hiding in the box or what's hiding in the box. So we get the Minotaur book. Know the info how to use it. As you can see, it can be used for both Black Rose Wars and Rebirth as well. We get one single envelope for Nova Aetas Renaissance. And oh, that's a baddie. Woohoo! Look at his, I don't know, shield? Hands? Shield on shield on shield? Yeah, he's a badass. Oh man, the chains and the shield on the ground. Yeah, that's some badass miniature. And also that miniature comes with, of course, tokens, but also three, not decks, but three types of cards used first for Nova Aetas, for Black Rose Wars, excuse me, and for Nova Aetas over here with some road event. Next, you get Nova Aetas mission cards. Well, mission is called Minotaur, right? As usual, components, map setup, mission goals, enemy itself, and the way it behaves, the way the mission goes. Cool. And finally, we get hunt cards for that character. So let me show it to you. Hunt cards for that character. Okay. Incoming in 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So these are the hunt cards. The quality is the same, nothing changes over here. So yeah, it comes with some rewards. So that's it. And that leaves us with the final character of Nova Aetas, which is with final expansion to Nova Aetas and Black Rose Wars, Hyperion. And last but not least, Hyperion expansion, the biggest one of all of these. So let's find out what's inside of this box. So first things first, we get a booklet. Oh, actually a little bit longer, because it guides you how to play it with Black Rose Wars over here. And oh, it's double-sided, how cool is that? And it guides you how to play it with Nova Aetas. So as you can see, if you love Ludus Magnus Studio games, and if you have not played Black Rose Wars, then definitely you should, then they are doing crossovers all over the place. So buy one, get two, something like that. And it's, for me, it's especially cool when it comes to painting. Oh my! So it's not only about that, but we also get this cool, rooms for the Black Rose Wars, and some envelopes, of course, for Nova Aetas as well. And what else is here? Decks of cards, tokens, evocations, Hyperion himself. So let's just get to the business. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love it. I mean, I freaking love it. It's huge, it's detailed, and you know, you can easily paint the feathers because it's structured so well. Yeah, and it would be awesome to see it on the board. So yeah, the miniature is it's not a miniature, but yeah, the model is amazing. Okay, what else do we have here? We have three smaller models and decks of cards. So let me just show it to you one by one. So first things first, I assume some kind of minions of his or evocations. So yeah, like a small Hyperion. Look at the size comparison. It's like, you know, something else. And this is not such a small miniature, but this one is huge. Ah, badass. Absolutely badass. Okay, so you get 3 of the smaller ones. And you get decks of cards used for both Nova Aetas and Black Rose Wars. So these are the cards for both of these games actually. These are the mission cards when you play using Hyperion. Oh, some new mechanics like mutation track. Oh, I love it. Next, you get some character sheet for that character and the minions. And finally, you get deck of smaller cards. I assume these might be rewards and hunt cards. Okay, these are for Black Rose Wars, definitely. And Nova Aetas, here we go. Some rewards you're gonna get out of this dude. Whoops. Wounds. Ugh, nasty stuff. And the hunt card deck. Okay, that was it. That was the last expansion to Nova Aetas, at least from what I get, what I got right now. So let me show it. Let me show you the Ashes magazine, the limited edition of that magazine available on SN. And that would be it. Stay with me. So the last thing that I wanted to show you is the Ashes magazine. It's a special number 8 edition that was available on SN, and this is like a really cool idea because you know, sometimes you get some kind of limited stuff. For example, oh, let me just grab my Titan. So that was limited edition, not expansion, but additional stuff for Aeon Trespass Odyssey. So that was a Titan worth 25 euros, right? Okay, never mind. This is the next level stuff, because with that magazine, also for 25 euros, what you get is, let's find out, the magazine itself. So, some introduction, stuff that you're gonna get for all of the games, because the magazine comes with one additional character that you're gonna use in Aetas Renaissance and Black Rose Wars as well. We have some interview with the designers, wonderful people over here, Andrea and Luca. Next, we get a glimpse of Requiem, the newest game, upcoming game from this Magnus studio that is set in between of Black Rose Wars and the Rebirth edition. We get some info on Runar as well. And Dual Legs, another game set in the world of Black Rose Wars and Nova Aetas, of course. But what we also get, I will show it to you in a second. Okay, we get more information about the upcoming games. Actually, this one is available. It was available on the SN. It looked really cool, as you can see. But I have no idea what is it all about. But it looked really nice. Okay, so we get info about the expansions. for Nova Aetas. So, you know, some demo or advertisement of the dual legs. And we get some kind of a tutorial, how to paint the miniature for a game. And some new characters for Nova Aetas. We get Destiny for Fabio, you know, Destiny cards. We get some dual avatar, the architect for Nova, for Black Rose Wars dual legs. Yeah, so the game comes, the magazine comes also with a comic book set in that world. Also, what you get is a bunch of tokens that you're gonna use in 2 of these games. Terrains, tokens, I have no idea, probably something new. So that's that. Also, you get character and class sheets if you're gonna use this character in Nova Aetas Renaissance, and this character comes with completely new mechanics available only to that character. How cool is that? So yeah, so we can play it with that. This is a base class, and these 2 are the classes, more advanced classes for that character, and of course the explanation of the abilities. Cool, huh? So that's that 24 euro magazine, and we get this amazing box that has this gold paint over here. The quality of that box is absolutely amazing. So let's open it. It comes with a magnet, with a magnet lid. So yes, I mean something completely different. So in the box, you're gonna find first the character. Okay, you have to assemble, but only need to glue the legs to the base in order for it to fit in the box. And you get deck of cards, actually 2 decks of cards in it. So let me open this decks of cards. So the thicker one, okay, actually I have no idea. It looks like it's for Black Rose Wars, but what cards are these? I need to read about that. Okay, so we also get some relic cards as well, something completely new. I have not seen that. And equipment I'm used in Nova Aetas Renaissance. So yeah, thick deck of cards, and another one, So let me just check this. Okay, cards for, okay, health tracking, I think. So yeah, and some kind of automaton cards. Yeah, I will have to find out. I need to read the rules for that character. But I mean, how cool is that? You get all of that stuff for 25 euros, which I would say is a fair price. Oh, you get some QR codes for different games. And yeah, this is how the additional stuff, like limited stuff for the games, should be done, especially that you can use this character for a couple of games and, you know, learn about the world also. So good job, Ludus Magnus Studio, with the Ashes magazine. Well, let me just wrap it up real quick. Okay guys, thanks for watching. That was my quality assessment and unboxing video for Nova Aetas Renaissance, but I was talking a lot about other games from Ludus Magnus Studio as well, and I have to tell you that I'm a little bit overwhelmed, but I love what I have seen because the quality is amazing, the quantity is amazing, and I hope that the quality of the gameplay will be amazing as well. And I can tell you that if I have played when I played the preview version of the game, prototype, it was awesome, and what I see here is kind of the extension to this prototype, because you know the world map is created, you get all of the game elements. Of course, it looks huge, it looks a little bit daunting, but at the same time I so wanna play it, and I just need to assemble my crew and get that beauty to the table. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you have seen, please subscribe to my channel. Cheers and have a great day. Bye!